I'm going to be fixing up this wood so that I can fix the fence behind me. But I'm just curious, right? I mean, that could be okay, right? I am planning on making some short ribs later. I think it would be cool to kind of record progress while we get the house ready to move. I'm gonna get to doing this, so yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Okay, let's get this one first. Not sure how I'm gonna put this mic on. Here's what I'm gonna do, because we gotta get this thing rolling. So I've started here. We're making the short rib. I've started reducing this red wine. Now I'm gonna pull out the short ribs. I'm gonna start this by kind of searing them in a pot. So let's get that going. I'm gonna set this over here. All right, so just gonna start with this. Get us a little bit of flour here. I'm gonna use this guy right now. First, I'm gonna coat these. Then I'm going to sear them in here. So let me turn this down. Just gonna put a little bit of salt in there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take these and put them in here. We're just gonna kind of brown these. Let's turn this up a little bit. All right, while that's working, I'm gonna get our vegetables here. Okay. Dang, that thing went flying. I'm gonna set that in here, let it lift up all that goodness. I want smaller cuts, I think. Well, yeah, it don't matter. I'm gonna add more wine here. All right, I think these are pretty close. I'm gonna pull these off now. Set them aside. Those are just gonna rest. And while those are resting, you can see all this stuff that's at the bottom of the pan. We wanna really get that out of there. Make sure we use all the goodness. So we're tossing in our onions here. Turn this down. Let that sit. I'm also making the broth, a little beef broth over here. I'm just gonna set that here. So we already got our carrots cut up. I'm gonna cut off this junk because we don't need it. Cool. Let's mix up our little broth here. So it's getting nice and shiny. I love it. Love it. All right, so now that these are starting to change color, they're getting softer. And take the rest of our vegetables here. Get that mixed around here. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, I can't find the peeler for the potatoes, so we're just gonna cut them up and make it happen. These are gonna be super simple. Just gonna cut these up. That's what I'm gonna do. Cut these up here. Just gonna take them. Let's get this going. I'm just gonna coat these in some olive oil. I feel like that's too much. No, I don't know, it can't be too much, right? I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Just cutting stuff up. We're just doing things, you know? It just works. You just learn what works, what doesn't work, you know? Really. That's all it is, really. Okay. Boom. Okay, potatoes. Salt, pepper, thyme. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just gonna toss these in here. Coming along nicely. So I'm actually gonna put this pretty low. So we got the heat down. Now I'm just going to take these and put them back in here. So let's set these back in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna add wine. And our little broth here. I'm going to turn this off, and now bay leaf. I don't have fresh parsley, so we're just gonna put in this. It doesn't matter too much, I don't think. I mean, it does matter, but I'm gonna add the thyme, a couple small sprigs of thyme. I forgot garlic. Usually if you were doing this, you know, like this with fresh garlic, you'd want to add it in while you're sauteing your vegetables. Usually you just crush these actually. I'm just gonna take it, throw it in there, call it good. I'm gonna take this and cover it up. Now I just put it in here. Let her sit for a little while. What time is it? I missed a couple things. You're supposed to put some tomato puree with the vegetables. So if you decide you want to do this, put tomato puree with the vegetables. I didn't have any. I didn't end up doing it. It's gonna turn out good either way. They've been in there for about an hour and some change. I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes at least, and we'll see what they're looking like. So I'm gonna mix up a roux, all the juice and stuff in there. I'm gonna make a nice sauce out of all the juice and the wine and everything. So it should come out pretty good. But I got our potatoes here. They're pretty much done. So whenever the short ribs are done, I'm gonna pop the potatoes back in, just let them get a little bit warmer. And I'm gonna get working on the roux. So I made a video about a bechamel. Making a roux is very similar. Essentially, when you start a bechamel, you start with the roux. That's just what I'm gonna do here. I'm just not gonna add the milk. It's just gonna be the melted butter and flour. And we're just gonna mix it. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna add some of this in there. I think it could probably go for a little bit longer. I'm gonna go ahead and cover those two back up. Just gonna run with this. I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a good one.